There. There we go. Alright. Hello, everybody. It has been a crazy 2 days. 2 days, yes, 2 days. Because, uh, those along the coast of Texas got hit with a hurricane. Which that is my area. And, had to pack up things to put up, make sure they didn't break or anything, just in case, just in case the, bad, worst scenario, the house doesn't survive. So we just take things and put them up in a storage unit or somewhere safe. It's at a family member's more secure, sturdier house, which they've been nice to let us do that multiple times. So we do that. But everything has been unpacked. Everything, for the most part, has been put away. Where my game room is, there's a chunk of outside wall missing. So, didn't completely come out unscathed, but came out a lot luckier than a lot of people did. I did drive around and try to find like some gas station, because at the time we didn't know if we were going to have electricity or if we were going to have to still survive on a generator, so a gas generator. So I went around driving around looking for a gas station, didn't find anything, but as I drove around, everything looked just destroyed. But yeah, some of us got off a lot luckier and easier than some other people, and so I hope they make it through. I hope anybody who was affected by this makes it through. And the same thing goes for anywhere when any of these hurricane storms happen. Yeah. But anyways, all right. Enough depresso talk. We're gonna go ahead and keep going. Last time, remember, we met Zero. Hi, Zero. So we're gonna find out more. Also, that Zero was Xenos' Reaper avatar. I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. I freaking love this area. This area is so cool looking. All right, I gotta go find a delivery mule. Cause I got a little thing. I just realized my minion isn't with me. I guess that's kind of safe for her to not be here. Or any of the minions. If you're down the room table. Can I? Okay, cool. Alright, I'm just walking around like we're just running around. This makes it a lot nicer. Like, makes it a lot easier. Faster. Every time I see this Trojan, I think Trojan. It's not just me, right? Oh, we're gonna go into a fight. Are we gonna fight Zero? Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in the sequences. Recommended. Nope. Okay, cool. Well, glad that we stopped last time, or we did. Proceed.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
Wow, he really came back.
That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down, watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you
Vlogging
could
out.
lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt. And until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But
To
know
be
that
fair,
you
if
lose,
we die,
I'll help
you don't
myself
get your
to
payment.
ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
I was expecting it to do like little. I don't know. Okay. So you have that.
Every soul is remains hers. Feast upon their flesh.
Castle answers his call. We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
Oops, I meant to do the AoE.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of
came back here.
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless.
Opa.
You cannot defeat that which cannot die. Struggle, slaughter on.
Spells heal.
Our foe has too great an advantage. We need to drag him out of this damn double space. Quickly, stand together!
There's no end in sight. A retreat may be in order.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
I need to level up my Reaper.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
So many O's in this world. Uh-oh. Alright, just to give a heads up, if this stream ends really abruptly, because we just lost power. We made me lose power. Lights flickered and then I heard a loud pop. Oh boy.
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
She can turn void scent into crystal.
What is this power? You must tremble before my brute strength!
Attend to the minions first. Be gone!
Thank you, Zero. Oh.
That's far enough!
Trickery will not fail.
Reinforcements! This will hurt.
Impressive.
We cannot win without Zero. We must help her.
Another debt to be paid.
I must deal with you. I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, John. Very well. Let us return the
Here we go. What that?
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable thing.
I was only expecting his crystals to be a lot bigger, but he's a bad guy.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the crew's gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
Aww.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether. This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4 arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Okay, so then there's a chance that she's still alive, and yeah, okay.
Are you all right?
Marshawn, we got some news to share for you, buddy.
The Void Sense essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
A dragon resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Gulbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed at least that much, I dare say. Osir, you've come to the 13th before. Yes, you fought Voidsen here. So that means if we didn't seal away the Cloud of Darkness, I mean, they still alive? But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time. I was in a bit of a rush and didn't have time to wait around and see. Yeah. I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return, in contravention of the natural order. Do you remember aught out of the ordinary? A sealing magic like Zero's, perhaps? Honestly, though, it's been forever since we did the story for Crystal Tower. There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct void scent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey. A fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet despite his greater strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. His attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. Sorry, I'm also getting updates about adult job tomorrow. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about I would ask about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I combined the ether of the soul into crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. Hey, it's the Crystal Tower song. How does one come to wield Memoria? And what happened to him? I've never thought about that. I do know, though, that Void Scent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbiz. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you could tell us of him? Name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Void Scent again. Let us entrust the task to Osir. His echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, he should be able to maintain his composure better than a concerned sibling. Yeah, to call him out like that. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but will you not ask about Golbez in my will you not ask about Golbez in my stead on the terraces to begin with, perhaps? That one kind of confused me. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Yeah, I kind of feel like I should be playing Reaper. So I'm just going through this because I heard a little. No, it was probably just a little thing saying that I have a new letter. Also, I'm hearing like popping noises. So the clever one hadn't been eaten. No one wants it, then perhaps. I wouldn't try it. Golbez, of course I know him. Only a fool without ears wouldn't. His arch-fiends lead armies to ravage and conquer. They devour those they deem useless, those who can't fight. If you don't want to be eaten, then you had better flee, though soon there will be nowhere to run. Seems arch-fiends keep only those who are fit to battle. Oh my gosh. Others must escape or be consumed. If the one who devoured her dies, perhaps the mistress will return, then I may bask in her gaze again. Ugh, please turn around, please. Golbez, you say. My mistress spoke of him. He commands the archfiends, though they are very powerful and have conquered many domains. Mistress bade us defend the castle from them. Yes, she did. These archfiends have been attacking other domains. Their fearsome reputation precedes them. Ugh, the tasty one returns to tempt me. I must eat you. I must eat you. Golbez, I know of him from those I've eaten. He has minions, and those minions have minions. No one ever sees him. With his army of minions, Golbez would seldom have need to act personally. It will not be easy to reach him. Unless we just go and kill all his archfiends. And we make our way up to fighting him. Welcome back, Osir. Were you able to learn aught of value? So countless Voidsent answered to the Archfiends, who in turn answered to Golbez, as your vision did suggest. Scarmiglione's aggression is also consistent with the claims that the Archfiends conquer other domains. The question is, how do we reach Golbez if he surrounds himself with armies of minions? Simple. We destroy the armies. We could target his other Archfiends, or perhaps those who have fled his service. Either may yield useful information. That said, we can't do much while we're stuck on this isle. Zero, I would ask a favor of you. I'm determined to save my sister Ajdaya. If there is even a faint possibility that Golbez has her, then I must find him. To that end, I want you to lend us your strength and knowledge. Will you accompany us on our quest? I've got in the way of my world already. If you want help, offer payment. None here will aid you out of the kindness of their hearts. Any who claim otherwise are liars and betrayers. Or is this less a request and more a threat? If I refuse, will you force me to serve? Surely you must desire something. Name it. If you accompany us, we can offer you protection. I don't know. I mean, she kind of doesn't need protection. I think she's kind of got that packed down. Yeah. That's why I didn't bother to resist when the ones here fell upon me. What matters in the world that's already dead? By that logic, you've no reason to refuse our request. Payment need but be your satisfaction, correct? Did I not already say as much from the start? Very well, Zero. I propose you travel with us, and whenever you perform a deed that requires payment, we will provide it in ether. That's all you had to say. Everything else will be superfluous. Fair point. Where to now? Either a place the Archfiends may strike next, or where refugees and deserters may seek sanctuary. God, that ring is freaking... It's gonna poke an eye out. I know the latter. I'll take you there. I assume you also know how we can get off this isle. I was brought here on a mount. We can leave the same way. Now that you mention it, I did notice some flying creatures near the terraces. Given our numbers, we'll need a large one, but regardless of size, all can be won over with ether. Excellent, let's go and find our mount at once. We have a spy. Not good. Lord Golbez must hear this. Sorry, I know I didn't need to add that little extra thing, but I kind of felt like it was required, or it was necessary. Hydromantic terraces. I really don't want to leave this place though. This place is nice. You know, besides the void scent. Should be able to find a mount here. With the castle in disarray, the creatures will be hungry. Just a little ether should suffice. Are you ready?
There it is. Good. It agrees to serve. Get on.
What is this place?
My domain. In the beginning, it was a sanctuary for me alone. But over time, others began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs?
What's that? Mortals! They're mortals! What enticed me here? Let me have some, let me have some!
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word. Follow me.
I'm sorry, I should have read that. My bad. Also, hang on, give me a second. Nope. There we go. Just turning off a setting. Okay. There's a void sense nature to consume, their sole purpose, even if the pursuit of ether may lead to their undoing. Many succumb to the instinct. But any who succumb here will have to answer to me. This is my domain's one and only rule, and it is absolute. Consider yourselves duly warned. If you wish to go among the void sent here, that is your choice to make. All have fled from all have fled from one master or another, but whether any of those masters in turn served Golbez, I do not know. You must ask them yourselves. Most have traveled to your world, so it shouldn't be difficult to communicate. We shall go about making queries at once. Thank you for your counsel. Once we've learned all we can, let us reconvene at yonder plaza. Aye aye. You're going to, of course, in which case I shall accompany you. I wish only to observe. Do not expect me to help. Then it's settled. I'm ready when you are. Ready? Then lead the way. I leave it to you to decide with whom you speak. to walk around with her like that? You're her minion, then. You know I don't take minions. He has some questions. I want you to answer them. Gomez, I don't know that one. Only Skathak. Hey! When she let us beyond the veil, I grew scared and fled. I've been here since. I don't know anyone else, nor do I wish to. That's all I can tell you. Kathak was a powerful void sent who ruled over a vast domain. That was a long time ago, though, so I doubt she has any connection to Golbez. We fought her in Dinsgate. Whose likeness is this, you ask? The hero who will save the world? I'm waiting for the day he comes. Or was it a she? I can't remember the details. I don't know how long I've been waiting, or why I even wait. Could you be the hero, perhaps? No, I don't think so. Something tells me I'll know when I meet him, or her. I'll just have to keep waiting. Okay. This is the heart of my domain. Normally, it's deserted, but you and yours have drawn everyone out. I don't recall the statue, though. However it came to be here, I certainly didn't wish for it. You're one of the mortals. Is it true? When you die over there, you really die. So it is. What brings you here, then? That means if we were to die here, would we just reincarnate, or, respawn? Ah, yes, Golbez. He seeks strong minions to grow his army. So I hear. Whoops. But recently, he stopped doing that. Instead, he devours all. Perhaps he's gathered enough fodder and is now intent on bolstering his own strength. A sure sign that he is about to make a move. Hungry Voidsent. Stay away from me. If you don't want to be eaten, stay away. Golbez. I've heard the name before. Ah, I remember. Always speaking of a great crusade. I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious. A crusade, you say? From whom did you hear this? Farfarello. He was a minion of another minion, went on and on about the terrible things he saw. I see. Perhaps Farfarello could tell us more. Satisfied with what you've learned? Ah, but let's step away before you become too tempting to resist. Fair enough. Ramshackle Square. I like this area too. Seems the rumors of Golbez reach even my remote domain. Fair to assume he's gathering strength for his crusade, whatever that may be. But I must say, I wouldn't have guessed that Farfarello once fought in Golbez's army. It's a miracle he survived serving an archfiend. Ah, I suppose I should explain. Farfarello is the weakest among us, constantly in fear of being devoured. He seldom consorts with others. The only one he's comfortable with is Chiriado. He's a fellow coward who runs the instant he senses a threat and won't stop until he's exhausted. When their hunger grows too intense, they feed on each other's ethers. Such is their relationship. But I ramble. You intend to seek out Farfarello, I presume? Yes. Then I'll come with you. He's likely to hide that way. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troy, they defeated Scarmalione. I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal. Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye.
And yet Scarmiglione still does not answer. Were he alive, he would have returned by now. Weakest though he was, his ability to regenerate was without peer. If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived, they cannot be suffered to live.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez. I, Barbaricia, shall strike down any who pose a threat to our plans.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
The dragon's ether. All that remains. The insolence. No place. With respect, my locks are free as the wind, without incentive to sway them. I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal soul, I will not fail.
Then go and impress upon these interlopers the futility of defiance.
My lord.
Farfarello keeps to the fringes of my domain, this way. Void sent here don't answer to a master. They can do as they please, but all must answer to the hunger and seek out prey when they need ether. Except Farfarello and Chiriado. That is, they are content to take from one another. Barring an incident, they dare not venture out. When he takes flight, Chiriado will not seek shelter until he is utterly spent. Farfarello, on the other hand, prefers to hide in the same place. Come. Heading the right way? Yeah, we are. Okay. Oh, whatever will I do now? Chiriado. This is rather unexpected. Where's Farfarello? Farfarello isn't here anymore. He's left. Yes, that's right. Left? That doesn't sound like him at all. Well, he's gone, alright? What more do you want me to say? Off he flees. As he is, wont to do. But something about this doesn't sit well with me. What do you make of Chiriado's behavior? He's hiding something. I doubt it. Had he been threatened, we would have found him in one place. No, he would run in circles until he could run no more. That's his nature. As he says, Farfarello's gone, but that is quite unusual. As is the fact that Chiriado, who was clearly frightened by something, chose not to flee, but instead hid here, where Farfarello usually... No. We must go after Chiriado now. Kriana, we need to talk. There's no time. The wind rises. We must flee. The wind rises. What's he talking about? After him. I don't think this is the way that we could have gone. No, we need to go out. What's gotten into you? What do you mean the wind rises? When the wind rises, she comes. Barbarisha. Barbarisha? Who in the world is that? We must flee, all of us. There's no time. I don't sense anything, but he seems convinced. It's a dead end beyond. We'll corner him. We're doomed. There's nowhere to run. What are you running from? I already told you. Barisha, the archfiend of wind. Archfiend, you say? We will be devoured or forced to serve, to fight in the crusade, but it makes no difference. In the end, all are eaten by her or her enemies. I didn't want to fight anymore. That's why I fled and came here. I see, that explains everything. Almost. Thought it was Farfarello who used to serve an archfiend, not you. Not you who always ran at the first sign of trouble. You who now speak as though you were Barbaricia's minion. There's only one explanation. Indeed, that would account for his uncharacteristic behavior. So, this is the way of it. Did you devour Farfarello? And not just a portion of his ether, but his entire being? How did you know? It wasn't only your behavior that felt strange. You felt strange, as if there was more than you present. Now, I don't believe you would have lost control. More likely, it was at Farfarello's behest. I can't hide anything from you. I admit it, Farfarello didn't leave. I ate him. He feared Barbaricia more than anything, hated the endless fight. So he begged me to devour him, that he would never have to fight again. Rather than an eternity of fighting, he chose a moment of pain. For all the good it did, I can still hear his voice in my head. He's frightened, so very frightened. When you're eaten, your essence is blended with that of your devourer. And though you have no control, your consciousness in part endures. There is a world where the wheel of life and death still turn. The soul wouldn't linger so stubbornly. In time, it would return to the great flow. But there's no such end here, no escape. All know this. In making his choice, Farfarello must have been desperate indeed. And now that desperation has joined Curiato's fear, driving him to act erratically. This place will become a battlefield. We don't want to be eaten, neither me nor Farfarello. But there's nowhere to go, nowhere. Then tell me about Barbaricia. I would know who it is we face. It's too late. She's as good as here, and no one can escape her winds. No one.
Amaricia! She has come!
And she's brought her domain with her. The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is about, do not expect us to get involved.
I can't bear it! Eating and being eaten! I only want to be left in peace!
You and me both.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
Excellent. You've saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain? Pitiful wretches all. I will put you out of your misery.
Oh, that wasn't cool.
Alas, poor Scarmiglione. A good riddance. Felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
A dragon. One who crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
A dragon, you say? Huh. My Lord Golbez is more clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us. Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think us easy prey, you're wrong.
Unlike Scarmiglione, I need not skulk in shadow to claim what is mine. If you would know about the dragon you seek, then enter into my domain. You may flee instead if you wish, if the fate of the sorry lot here is of no concern to you. One way or another, I will have satisfaction.
What's the plan then?
Go after Barbaricia. What else?
Indeed. Yet she will have the upper hand in her domain. We must be no less than fully prepared.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment. Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbaricia too recognized its potency.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Oops, sorry. Indeed, and yet my heart weighs heavy for those Barbaricia struck down. Were it not for us, she would not have come here. Should you require a moment, Zero? For what? Barbaricia took what she could. She was wise to strike quickly, as we should be. Agreed, this is no time for sentiment. Only the battle matters now. Spell speed, skill speed... Word of warning, Barbaricia spoke as if she would give us answers if we were to defeat her. But even assuming she'll talk, which I doubt, I trust I needn't tell you how foolish it is to give an archfiend a second chance. Best to seal her away at the earliest opportunity. If you wish to peer into her past, the memorial will suffice. I'll try, but I make no guarantees. You do that, and if you fail, well, you'll just have to search elsewhere for answers. Rest assured, this won't be our last opportunity to learn about Ajdaya. If another archfiend were to fall, Golbez would surely be compelled to respond. We need only wait for the quarry to come to us. Indeed, if our struggles with Scarmiglione taught us aught, 'tis that we must hold nothing back when facing an archfiend. Let us heed Zero's advice and seal her away at the earliest opportunity. We are all in agreement. Let us be off. We travel by Nizrak. Is that Nizrak?
You're not the only ones who can ride the wind.
They're both maiming classes, so it makes sense.
Leave these ones to us.
I see to Barbaricia.
Storm's Crown, now accessible. Alright, let's do this. Nope, those are raids. What's that? Alright, let me sit up. Empress of the Winds, Mauritia. Like a void sent version of Garuda.
Come, give yourselves to my scouring winds that I may feast upon your essence. Such rich, exquisite beauty. My hair shimmers with anticipation. Oh no, God.
All right. Dang it, I did not get over fast enough.
My lips are as the wind. Strong and free. Try this. You've done well to last this long. But the battle has only just begun.
Or we should save that. Those legs.
I'll make it.
If I can remember correctly, that's like a don't look away.
Don't underestimate me. Feel my fury. Know your place.
Oops, well, tried to use that in time.
I'll break your every bone.
Boom.
No! I will not be denied! There's still time. With more of the dragon's ether, I can yet... You're finished. Damn it all!
I see you've bested Barbaricia. Well done.
Her minions too are all crystallized or scattered. The day is ours.
What of my sister? Tell me you learned something about Ashdaya. So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I but fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
Oh, gosh.
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
I wouldn't want to face another Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed. Eager though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste. Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
Though Zero remains cautious, she appears otherwise fine. Insofar as I can discern, at any rate, being part void sent, her physiology may be rather different from ours. Let us observe her for a while as we discuss our next move. How long do you suppose she will remain this way? I haven't the faintest inkling, nor can I say whether the ether we can afford to share will be enough to awaken her. It would be best to take her back with us to the source. There she would be guaranteed all she requires. Zero cannot give her consent, but it seems we have no choice. The alternative would be to leave her here defenseless. Should she later desire it, we can bring her home. So might I ask you to hold on to Barbaricha's memoria? It may yet serve a purpose. Oh, what happened to her? You have business with Zero. We have a newcomer, a former minion of Barbaricha. Let her know when she wakes, will you? Barbaricha's minion. Why not go and find this newcomer, so we have something to tell Zero if nothing else. Indeed. May I trouble you to join me, O Seer? With luck, we might learn something new. We might learn something of Golbez. You're the ones who felled Barbaricha. I won't make trouble. I'll obey. So please, let me stay. If you would obey, then tell me all you know of Golbez. That there isn't much I can tell. Only the Archfiends are allowed into his domain, wherever it is. None but they know. I see. No better way to guard oneself than keeping one's location secret. I see. No better... Just said that. How does Golbez communicate with his minions afield? He has these scepters, staves, whatever they are. He uses them to talk to those far away. Not unlike link pearls, at least in function. That will be all. My thanks for your cooperation. My thanks to you as well for affording me the time. Excuse me. I am satisfied, so let us rejoin the others and head home. I trust you understand that once we leave the 13th, we will not return until we've prepared to resume our search. Knowing this, are you ready to depart? Yeah. Back to Troya then, and thence home.
You're all safe. Thank the sisters.
A moment while I close the gate. There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well. I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Indeed, you are right. It is good to be home again, among those who I love dearly and missed so much.
And we are glad to receive you, Vashan. Welcome home.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Master Sakura, we've been expecting you. If you would follow me, I will show you to the guest chambers. Aye.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
While she appears none the worse for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force. In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether. Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
Then we need but wait?
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food. I know you promised her your ether, but perhaps she might appreciate fine harnished cuisine more.
Food can certainly be arranged.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part void sent.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light. I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Daniel. Were Zero wholly void sent, I doubt the crystal would have had an effect on her. One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
'Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
I may excuse myself. I wish to pay a visit to the High Crucible. With the scales functioning admirably, I would be prudent to have them inspected for signs of degradation. By all means, I shall do the same for this vessel. And now go and meet with the soldiers, share with them what I learned fighting Void Sent in the 13th. What of you, my friend? Have you any immediate plans? Nothing particular. I'm just worried about Zero. In that case, might I trouble you with a small task? I wish to have food ready for Zero when she awakens, you see. Would you be willing to go to Meride's Mahane and ask for suitable refreshments? Of course, I will. Excellent. In the meantime, Nidana shall watch over Zero. She is already en route. Let us each then tend to our respective businesses and reconvene anon. Man, after today, I am ready for some sleepies. Oh yeah, look at my delivery real quick. Oh yeah, I also gotta do my summoning bell for my retainer. death. View adventure report. 2 free slots are required. Well, poop. Okay. I only have 1. Well, I'm about to only have 1. Look what we have here. A new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo. It is a dress up Tataru, because I buy the freaking art books. There you go. I like to keep my Lena out, but just for right now, let's have dress up Tataru. Oh, she looks so adorable. Okay. And let's sell some stuff real quick. So so that. Sell that. There we go. Alright, now let's have her finish that real quick. Where'd it go? There it is. Sign adventure. Good exploration. Requirement 5. What does that mean? Average item level 5. So what is hers? Do I have enough? I do, cool. Okay, so she's level 27 now. I think I need to get, I need to get her a new axe. And then everything else should be good. Cool. And let's go sell this stuff. I know I just got it, but let's go and sell it. There we go. Okay. Quantum reads Rehane. I'm butchering those up as usual. Please make yourself comfortable. Actually. What? A guest of the satrap has collapsed from hunger. Of course I would be happy to help. You only tell me what you desire. You must expect a dish, just for good measure. Something light and refreshing, like fruit perhaps. A rich and hearty meal with plenty of meat. A modest quantity of a living mortal's ether should suffice. Go with the hearty meal. Well, that might be perfect for an adventurer preparing to raid a treasure vault. I fear it would be too much for someone coming out of a long slumber. I recommend something gentler on the stomach, like these apples here. They've just come in, and I can guarantee their freshness. Afterwards, once your guest feels better, she's welcome to sample whatever else we can provide. Just let me know. Okie dokie. Welcome back. Let you worry, Mistress Donata has been taking good care of our guests. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Excuse me.
Light. Is this an inn? What happened? How did I get here? There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
Ooh.
What is this? Some sort of fiend?
A fiend? Where is it? Where? But this is no time for jokes. You're in the source, my dear. The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I took the liberty of arranging refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow. That's the way. So, did it taste good?
I don't know.
The long years without eating may have dulled your sense of taste.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether. But I loathe the act. Taking ether in small amounts like this is one thing, but diluting my essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died, countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent, and for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have regained your strength.
It's fine. I have no reason to go back.
I already like the story.
Except for yours, perhaps. You intend to cross over again, I take it.
I do. I have yet to find my sister. I want nothing more than to rush to her aid, to find this Golbez and free her from his clutches, if he still holds her captive.
Though if our recent experience has taught us anything, 'tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined. Caution must be our watchword.
Better late than never. In the short time you spent in our world, you left a trail of chaos in your wake. You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
Rest assured, we will make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
Again, a stranger in this strange land. I have a condition. You must come too.
You have my thanks.
It's fish out of water story. I love these. This world is brimming with ether. I feel invigorated just standing here in the breeze. Glad I am to hear that. So, is there any place in particular you wish to see? Perhaps where that food came from. Apple, was it? While I don't expect I'll collapse again, it'd be good to know where I can procure more of, if necessary. Marids, yay. It is, then I shall introduce you to the head waitress, Milieu. Are there any stops on the way over there? No. There's one right outside it. So that's where we'll go. Straight there. This is the place. The air is different here. I speak not of the heat. There's a texture to it, a fullness, unlike that of elsewhere. You smell the cooking, I believe. Anish cuisine is quite fragrant and delicious. I hope you will agree. We could attempt to introduce Zero to Marid himself, but Milil is more likely to be available. Welcome. Greetings, Milil. And may I introduce you to Zero. She is an esteemed guest, and I ask that you see to her meals during her stay. Ah yes, Marie has told me all. Please come to us whenever you're hungry. We'll look after you. 'Twas here that Osir obtained the apple. While the palace cooks can prepare whatever you desire, 'tis certainly a quick and convenient food. I'll remember it. Who are the ones there, moving their bodies about? Is it for some ritual relating to eating? The dancers? They move their bodies to bring pleasure to those who are watching. 'Tis a form of entertainment, part of our culture. How needlessly complicated. We Voidsent prefer simpler pleasures. That may be the way of it now, but your world too must have had such complicated diversions once. I don't remember. Well, let us move on. I propose we visit Balshan Bazaar, where goods the world over may be found. Now we're already right here. We'll walk. That's a card. What are all these things for? What do you do here? This is a marketplace where people buy and sell goods. Since its earliest days, Radzadhan has served as a trading hub, and here you'll find not only local products, but wares from distant lands. I should mention that the vendors generally only accept payment in coin or tomestones. If there is aught you desire, I shall take care of it. So that's what tomestones are for. Voidsent returned with them on occasion, but I never knew their purpose. They struck me as useless trinkets, and I couldn't understand your obsession with them. On that subject, there appeared to be no shops in the 13th. Do you never make bargains in which possessions are exchanged? We do, but rarely. We strike bargains when we want something done. If we desire an object, we kill whoever has it. Okay. I see. Your bargains may be likened to employment, I believe. I shall bear this in mind. With that, let us continue on. I propose we head to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Oh, I like the outfit. And how it matches yellow. It's nice. Oh, right here. My master Vritra, how may we serve you this evening? If you're here for your vessel, afraid we're still tending to it. No, there is no rush. Pray take as much time as you require, and know that I have complete faith in your work. My crucible is home to the finest alchemists. They are the ones who created my bodies, and can provide you with healing as well. Now that I think of it, you weren't at all surprised when I changed forms. Were you aware of my nature from the start? That I was a soul occupying a vessel not my own? It's hardly uncommon in our world. When given the chance, many shed their bodies to claim stronger ones. Well, you must be the rumored guest. We've been most eager to meet you. If you have a moment, would you care to stay for some tea? Sisters know we'd love to hear your tales. No, I've had enough food for now. I can always obtain more without the need for inane chatter. Now, no need to decline outright. I dare say you are tired, so let us save it for another time and return to the Megaduda. If aught catches your eye en route, do not hesitate to say so. Some sort of fruit? Pitiful thanks, though. I imagine you'd need to eat a lot to derive any satisfaction. These are mulberry trees. While the fruits are indeed edible, more important are the leaves which we feed to silkworms. Without the creatures, we wouldn't have the silk to make our famous Thavnerian weave. Furthermore, the bark of the tree also possesses medicinal properties. You would be hard-pressed to find a more useful plant. Is that so? Aside from food, I wouldn't have considered any other purpose for it. Master Vritra, and Osir too. She isn't young Murad, and that must be your sister, Yashra. It's all well at the orphanage. Yes, Your Excellency, the other children are very nice, and we all look out for one another. Oh, just the other day, Estinian came to see us. Everyone was really excited. Truly, Estinian paid you a visit. That is well. Is she a new friend? Friend, you know what that is? What? You mean you don't? She's a visitor from a faraway land, you see, and is still unfamiliar with our language. Then we'll teach you. Friend is someone you like to play with. Play with. Leo seemed to be enjoying himself when he fought you. Is that the same thing? No. Absolutely not. Then I'm no closer to understanding it. Why he traversed the great expanse, why he risked life and limb for you. But I waste energy dwelling on such things. I am not Xenos. I stand to gain nothing by knowing his heart. I'm sorry I couldn't explain it well. There's no need to apologize. The fault is not yours, but mine for failing to make sense of your words. Well, we had better get back to our errand. Goodbye. It was nice meeting you. I kind of feel bad for saying it like that, but that is not the same thing. Through Xenos, I thought I understood the ways of your world, but the more I learn of it, the more I realize how little I actually know. It's also strange, your behavior and your reasons. I find myself baffled at every turn. But the feeling is not unwelcome. I'm learning, bit by bit. It was the right decision to join you. Alright, I think that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for today. We hit our 2-hour mark. Not bad, even though we usually do 3 hours, 4 hours, but I'm really starting to hit a wall. So before I pass out on the actual live stream, let's just go ahead and end it here. We'll pick back up. I'm pretty excited about this story. I like it. It's really fun. I love fish out of water stories. They're great. They're one of my favorite ones. But anyways, alright, well, good night. Good morning, good day, whichever time you see this. Hope you have a good one. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.